The dream has become a nightmare, viewers. We've not won an 8. It's the 17th of January. We've walked into the office this morning and we've been met with this message. Yep. Sacked. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, there we have it. I am no longer the manager of Hull City AFC. We've got to look in the job centre. And before this sacking, we were offered the job as offered an interview as Crystal Palace manager, which we said, okay, that sounds good. Went to the interview, didn't select me. What? So, yeah, it's not good, viewers. Looking at this at the moment, Bilbao, unreachable. Tottenham, unreachable. Lorient, possibly. I don't want to go to Brazil. I'd love to go back to Hull, but they would definitely won't have me. Troyes, they're an interesting prospect, I would say, as well, in the second division of France. Peterborough, possibly. Grimsby, no. And Ebbsfleet, no. We'll stick an application in for... We'll have a quick look at Troyes, actually. So who is their key player? El Hajam, who we can't see anything of. He's a right back though. How are they doing in the league? The 10th. 6 points off the playoffs. Looks like it could be a difficult league. I think a challenge in France would be quite nice, actually. So we'll apply for the Troyes job. We'll give that an application. What about Lorient? See, they're 3 points off safety, but I suspect they're in a whole lot of mess. Yeah, they're in a massive mess. And do I want a potential relegation on the CV after a sacking already? Possibly not. Probably not. So we'll give them a miss. Peterborough, they're 7th in the league at the moment. They are a point off the playoffs. I wonder why they're managerless. What happened to the previous manager? It was Nigel Adkins, and they've sacked him. Wow. He was there just over a year, so tough gig for Nigel. Tough gig. Who is a key player? Ivan Toney. I mean, he looks good. He looks really good for that level. 10 in 29. What's it? Do they still have Marcus Maddison there? One of our stars of the first season at Hull, or has he gone? There he is. He's there still. 6,250 a week. Wow. He's not performing that well, but if we could get him back to the form that he did at Hull, he'd certainly be some player at that level. Looks it's a small squad. Peterborough have got a really small squad. What was the under 23s like? They've got a few of them. I wouldn't have said by the looks of the values there's anyone of any potential there, maybe apart from this guy here. But we don't know that obviously without knowing him. Who's it saying the hot prospect is? Harrison Burrows, who's already in the first team. I think we'll put a job application in for Peterborough as well. What we'll do is we'll play through a little bit of the, we'll play through until we get an interview or a job offer, and we'll take it from there. You join me back, viewers. Troyes in France didn't want us, unfortunately, but we've got an interview. Peterborough United, they've offered us an interview. Let's go to it and see how we get on. I've also applied for the Lorient job as well in France. Let's see how this gets on. Only manage one team. Loyalty. Try and hit them with the loyalty card. Failed to live up to expectations. How do we get around this then? Wasn't given a chance to see things through and prefer to be judged over a longer period of time. why are we in the running for a few jobs? Considering our options. No, come on, Dara. We've had no complaints over how we handle the media. No one cares. Media controversies. Have we? Right. Okay. Well, yeah. We'll cultivate a good atmosphere here, Dara. Yes, we will be able to look after the club's finances. Don't listen to what happened at Hull City. They cut the wage budget, not us. Someone taking this team to the next level. We could do it. We can certainly do it. I think the club is. I think I've got enough about me to do that for you, Dara. I can take charge immediately. What would you like to do? Attacking football, possession football, youth system players, develop players for profit, work within the wage budget, sign players to sell for a profit, minimum 2 years contracts for the first team, top half, grow the club reputation. So by the end of next season, yes, next season, I'm looking at the date, they want to win promotion to the championship. Yeah, we can do that. Top half for this season, Dara. I think we're cutting it a bit fine this season. 39,000. Come on, Dara. Yeah, that's realistic. We can work with that. Wage budget 73,000 a week. Yeah, we can do that as well. Nothing to request from you, Dara. Fingers crossed it goes well. Let's see how we get on. And there we have it, viewers. We have a job offer from Peterborough. 2,700 a week. The only thing, I'm going to delay this for a week just to see what comes up in it. Well, see if anything comes up in the next week, or if Laurent get back to us. But we'll just delay it for 1 week. Fingers crossed. Right, they've agreed to the delay. Join me again in a week's time, and then we'll see how we go on. A week has passed, and we've heard nothing from Laurent. Nothing else interesting has come up. A couple of little things in the Spanish second division. Do I really want to go to the Spanish second division? Probably not. So, let's go. Let's start negotiations with Peterborough. Relegation wage drop 35%. Promotion wage drop, whatever. Just give me what you want. 2.5 grand. A year's contract. And there we have it. £2,500 a week for a year. Well, 18 months. And here we are. Welcome to the boardroom of Peterborough. So there's our best 11. Maddison is playing in that, which is always good, positive to see. I'm hoping we can get the form out of him again here than what we did at Hull in the first season. Tony leading the line. We'll have to get used to these other players. Key players Tony, top goal scorer is Tony. I think the highest earner it said was Maddison. There it is. Prospect is Burrows on the left. And the captain is Beavers. These are the players in the last year of the contract. We'll save this for a later date. I think we need to just get used to the squad and the players first before we go offering contracts out. Because some of these players we might not want next season. So Jack Taylor's going to be a squad player, and Sean is going to be a fringe player. Youth intake, healthy number of new fullbacks, and a lot of wingers. No defensive midfielders, no wing backs. Goalkeepers are poor quality. So there's a healthy number of new fullbacks, but they're not going to be good. Brilliant. Centre backs won't make the grade. Midfielders, wide midfielders don't look good. Attacking midfielders below the standard, and a few good wingers. Excellent. There is 2 days of January left, or 3 days. before the window. A transfer budget of 40,000 with 74,000 a week on wages. I'm not sure what spending we need, so have a look at that. Let's have a look now. So we're 4,000 over the wage budget. Brilliant. So we're going to be looking at loans if we can get any. I think we need to have a quick review of the squad as well. I would say, looking at it, this is our best squad under a vertical tick attacker. So, but unfortunately the two centre backs have got minor injuries. Kent's out for 2 days and Beavers is out for 9 days to 3 weeks. We've got our first game in charge is tomorrow against Lincoln. January's not been a good month. They've lost 3 in a row and lost 4 out of the 5 games. Big reaction needed for Lincoln tomorrow, I think. It is a small squad. I mean, the midfield looks particularly thin, I would say, and maybe another out-and-out striker is needed. Ricky J. Jones is the only out-and-out striker, 19 years old, 2.5 star at the moment. But I mean, Tony's going to do well in that position. Worth £2 million. What's Madison worth? 4.2. I think there's some exciting players potentially at this club. I don't know what the wages are like. The highest earner is Madison and Tony, both on long contract. Well, Madison next year and Tony in 3 years' time. But I think if we try and get a couple of loans in just to bulk the squad out, especially in this defensive, especially in the centre of the defence as well. Again, with the 2 injuries, it looks pretty thin at the back. Before getting to the Lincoln game, it is time to choose captains. So I think we'll keep it the same. Why change something? Especially for the 6 months of the season. So Mark Beavers stays as captain and Nathan Thompson stays as a vice captain. Finance wise, we're currently 803,000 in the hole. Like I said, we are 4,000 over budget, unfortunately. Something we need to address going forward. How we do that at this level, I'm not sure at the moment, but it is something we need to address as quite a priority, to be honest. Facilities wise, we play at the Western Home Stadium, formerly known as London Road. Rent is 380,000 a year. Capacity of 14,084. It's council owned, so that's where the rent's going to. We've got adequate corporate facilities, adequate training facilities, poor data analysis facilities, and adequate youth facilities. Youth level of 3, adequate academy coaching, and average youth recruitment. Squad depth wise, just going on what we would play formation wise, left back and goalkeeper are the main areas. I mean, left back, how can we have the best left back at the club be 1.5 star? I wonder if we've got any in the youth team that could well be better. And goalkeeper 2.5. Those are the areas we need to look at before deadline day if possible. So we'll see what's available, if anything is available. But yeah, join me now and we'll get into the Lincoln game. Here we are then. First game in charge of Peterborough, and here's the team. Pim in goal with a back four of Bennett, Coppin, Fosu and Thompson. Cook and Reed in defensive midfield with Burrows, Madison and Dembele in behind Tony, who's leading the line. Just move Tony to a pressing forward actually. Seems as that's where he seems to be doing the best. What about Madison? He's fine. We'll leave it like that. I'm excited to see how we get on today. Lincoln's not going to be an easy game to start. It's going to be quite a test for our team, and like I say, 12th in the table, so the near us. They're playing a 4-4-2. I mean, I'm worried about this gap here, but we'll see how it goes. Try and get passionate into the team. Just tell them that we know that they're going to be working hard, and we have full faith in them to turn things around. Into the game here. Nothing really to note at the moment. We had one shot. A win would do us so well today, take us a point off the playoffs. But would it? No, 2 points off the playoffs, sorry. Where are Lincoln? They are 12th. No highlights, 25 minutes in. There we go though. First highlight. It comes for Lincoln, unfortunately. As it's headed away, but oh my word. He scored an absolute worldie. He scored a worldie. How do we even stop that? Just it's far too easy to skip past the defenders. Poorly headed away. No one's really following it up, and unmarked edge of the area, he's just whacked it. Absolutely whacked it straight into the top corner. This is where we earn the money. Try and just get something back here. Oh no, that's going to be a red. I know straight away that's going to be. There it is. I mean, that is a stupid challenge. We'll bring Cook off. Harsh on Cook. Don't have a right back that can play there. Oh dear. What do we do here then? What do we do? What we'll do is we'll move Bennett over to the right. We'll bring Powell on the left. Move Reed. Just move Reed that little bit forward to close that gap up a bit. The Cook leaves coming off. But there we go. 40 minutes in and we're 1-0 down and down to 10 men. Not a good first half. We've dominated Lincoln as well. We know they're capable of better. We absolutely know that. More to come from them, definitely. And there we go. Oh, there we go. A lot more to come from them. As the second half kicks off, but Lincoln bring it forward now, and they've had a shot wide. Goes up for a goal kick. Early in the second half, though, highlight, not what we need just to start it. We've not even had highlight that goes to us. That is a poor throw, but they've outfoxed us there, Lincoln, and they've had another go. We need to just try and get a bit more. Another Lincoln highlight, another barrage, and there it is. It's 2-0. It's a nightmare start for us viewers. A nightmare start at Peterborough. We're 2-0 down. Beaten. The defender's beaten far too easily in the air. Is he offside? No, he's miles on. I don't know who those two are that's keeping him on. But the defender's beaten far too easily. Another Lincoln highlight here. I think we'll make a change soon. Just try and get some fresh legs on. There's Lincoln kicking it forward now. And they drive forward again on this left-hand side. We're looking at all over. Here we go though. The first highlight goes to us and it's passed back to the goalkeeper. Madness. We're just playing it around. Powell now. Forward to Tony. Gives it back to Reed. Can we drive forward? Madison. Not seen much of anyone today. Why play that ball all the way back to the goalkeeper? Long ball to Tony. No one's there. And Lincoln launched the counter-attack and it's 3-0. That's all come from Madison's stupid ball to the goalkeeper. Where he's got players around him and he plays it there and we're hoofing it long. And Lincoln getting behind again and it's 3-0. An absolute nightmare start to the reign as Peterborough manager. Absolutely shocking. I mean, what do we do here? The 10 men doesn't help, that's for sure. The 10 men does not help. Bring Dembele off, we've not even said his name. Or Tony with a 6.5. We'll bring Kanu on. We'll bring Kanu on. Like I say, at this point it's damage limitation. Powell launches it forward to absolutely no one again. Lincoln clear it up. They almost get in behind again from a bit of lax defending. Pim to Coppin. Again, long ball out or eye to absolutely no one. We don't put the Lincoln under pressure at all. This space in the middle is just... The 10 men has really killed us here. How are we doing so poorly after such a promising first start, stat-wise? Clark now on this right-hand side. What can he do? Pass it back to Bennett. Brings it forward. What will he do? Into Reed. Out to Burrows on the left. Good switch of the play. Deep cross and Reed's there. The first goal of the Peterborough has gone to Louis Reed. Great bit of play by Burrows to pick him out from deep. Picks out a lovely cross. And Reed, first time volley. Great finish to start, to open his account under me. But there we have it. It just shows there is some quality there if we play the ball, but this red card has not helped us by any stretch of the imagination. We dropped down to 10th position. Late highlight though, Bennett. I mean, the ball was given away far too cheaply there as Lincoln come forward again, and it's 4-1. He's offside. He's miles offside. But there are some positives to take, but at the moment, it's hard to see where we're going to get a win from. I think we need to be a bit aggressive with the players there. Not happy. That seemed to have fired them up. I just think it's so disappointing. What we'll do is we'll leave it there for today. We'll finish the transfer window and we'll come back the next game. We'll come back for Ipswich and Wickham. We'll come back for those two games. Our first home game as Peterborough manager. The transfer window will be closed. Will we have any new players? We'll have to wait and see. If you have enjoyed what you've seen today, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again for more next time.